views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
Hola everyone, welcome to Open, the one and only show bringing the best of the Bronx, New York, and the world straight to you. I'm Karina Valentin, your host of Café con Leche, every Friday. Let's take a look at what's coming up in today's show. Leading off the show, we have some fun events the entire family can enjoy in today's Open Weekend Preview. And following that, we'll get a preview of this year's annual Bronx Works Gala. And we'll find out about the inauguration of the 5 Under 5 project and competition, melding music video with slam poetry, raising money for charity. Later on in the show, Bobby C updates us with the latest headlines in the world of sports. And finally, our Open Artist Spotlight features the powerful, sultry voice of singer-songwriter Olivia Castriota. So sit back y prepárate, mi gente. All this and more is coming your way because now we are officially open. Hola everyone, welcome to Open. Rina Valentin here, your host of Café con Leche for the next hour. You know, we're always inviting you to get social with us online. That's right. Tweet us and follow us on Instagram at BronxNet TV and or like us on Facebook at Open BronxNet Television. And of course, you know, while you're there, don't forget to follow moi on Twitter, Instagram, FB, and Snapchat at Rina Valentin. All right, so now it's time for you to get out your pen and paper for today's Open Weekend Preview. First up for you, Bronx Fiction Writers Group joined the Bronx Writer Center director Charlie Vasquez at a gathering of crime and noir writers. Be sure to bring your pens and ideas as you'll find inspiration being next to the place where the greatest noir author Edgar Allan Poe wrote his classic short, The Cask of Amontillado. The Writers' Workshop is taking place on Saturday, June 11th from 12 noon to 2 p.m. at the Poe Park Visitor Center located on 2640 Grand Concourse in the Bronx. And for more information, email lucy.aponte@parks.nyc.gov. And next up for you to check out annual LIC Bike Parade. First meet up at Socrates Sculpture Park for fun festivities before the parade. The activities include bike decorating workshops, a display of human-powered floats made by recycled materials, and, well, learn how to ride a bike and more. Then watch as all the man-made float parades, which is going to be interesting, the man-made floats parade down towards Queensbridge Park for a waterfront celebration. All this fun is taking place on June 11th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Socrates Sculpture Park, located on 32-01 Vernon Boulevard in Long Island City. And for more information, call 718-956-1819. And it's World Oceans Day weekend. That's right. Visit the New York Aquarium for a special weekend-long celebration to support our world's ocean. And you can participate in activities that will teach you how to protect our waters. Be sure to visit each of the 6 activity stations throughout the aquarium and receive a custom stamp. This educational experience is taking place on June 11th and 12th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the New York Aquarium located on Surf Avenue in 8th Street in Brooklyn. And for more information, you can visit nyaquarium.com/events. And finally, the weekend this weekend, I should say, Fifth Avenue becomes an international stage filled with music, dancing, and more for what else? None other than the 59th annual Puerto Rican Day Parade, mi gente. That's right. The celebration of rich Puerto Rican culture and history takes place on Sunday, June 12th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., beginning on 44th Street and ending on 79th Street. And for more information, follow all the cars that have the Puerto Rican flag, or you could just go to NPRDPINC. That's NPRDPINC.org. And there you have it. Don't miss all these great things that are happening in and around the city this weekend. All right, so keeping in the theme of culture, the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce held their annual 116th Street Festival kickoff filled with entertainment, and it actually gave a preview of the largest Hispanic festival on the East Coast. And Kelia Tejada has the story.
The New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is celebrating the 116th Festival, which is the largest Hispanic festival in the East Coast, attracting 500,000 people every year. What started off as a block party in 1985 is now a 21-block sensation, where Hispanics from all over the city attend to enjoy a communal atmosphere and cultural festivities. Co-founder of the 116th Street Festival and president of the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Nick Lugo, has seen both growth and spirit of the festival.
I believe that the Bronx is up and coming. It's here, and you can see it growing before your very eyes. So to have this event here in the past 3 years is short of amazing. To be able to do this here with all these wonderful people.
What began as a celebration where the population was Latinos of Puerto Rican background has now expanded to covering all aspects of Latin American culture.
I love the fact that the 116th Street Festival has transcended to a celebration of inclusion. So we not only have Puerto Ricans, we have Dominicanos, Centro America, Suramerica, the Caribbean, just pretty much celebrating all of our beautiful cultures together as one familia under the umbrella of the New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce.
Pleasant entertainments like live music, dance, welcoming remarks, award recognition, and plenty of food and drinks for all was provided at this kickoff party. And President Ruben Diaz Jr. was present, showing his support to the Hispanic community.
I'm so happy that Nick Lugo and the good folks who bring to us the 116th Street Festival have decided to do their opener, their party right here at Split Rock in the Bronx. And this is one of many, many events that lead up right to the National Puerto Rican Day Parade. So here in El Condado de la Salsa, having a party, celebrating Puerto Rican pride is great. It's a good time.
JW was the man of the hour, being honored for his accomplishments in entertainment in the Latin American community.
It feels amazing. It's extra special when your community recognizes you, calls you an ambassador. It just takes the time to say, hey, we see you, we appreciate you, and I don't know. I think this is going to go at the very, very top of my little mantle at home.
Everyone who attended this kickoff party had an amazing time enjoying the fun party as they networked with each other. The largest Latin festival in the Coast East will be happening on June 11 for its 34th celebration with plenty fun activities like music, arts, Latin recording artists, and many more Hispanic culture activities. This is Kelia Tejada reporting for BronxNet.
Hello, and thank you for that, and welcome back to Open. We're always inviting you to get social with us at BronxNet TV. That's tweet us at BronxNet TV and tweet me at Rina Valentin. And so, it's all about Puerto Rican celebrations this weekend, so make sure you tweet us and let us know how you're enjoying it. All right, so for the past 40 years, BronxWorks has worked in the community to help build residents, and to help residents build healthy, stable futures for themselves and their neighborhood. Their annual gala honors services that help the community. And here now to share more with us, we have Ken Small, the development director of BronxWorks, and joining us via phone is artist Benjamin Casiano, who's organized this year's art auction. Hello, Ken.
Hi.
Welcome back to Open.
It's good to be back.
And I believe we have Ben. Ben, are you there?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, Ben.
And welcome.
Hi, how are you, Ken?
I'm good.
All right, so let's start with last year's Bronx Gala, right? 'Cause
Sure,
we
sure.
always bring you on every year and you give us a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
insight. So how did it go
Yeah.
last year?
We had a lot of fun last year. I think part of why we had a lot of fun is because it was the first time in about 10 years that we had an art component to the annual event. Ben, Sandra Rossini, and several other artists played a major role in making that happen. And one of the things we decided to do was, hey, it was fun last year. Folks had a good time. We sold a number of pieces of artwork. Let's take a look at doing it again. And Ben has really been instrumental in driving the process.
For this year's gala.
For this year. Ben was one of the participating artists last year. And this year, Ben has kind of like not only been a participating artist, but he's also kind of doubled as the curator, collecting the art from other artists, following up with us, making sure that we do all the things that are necessary to make sure that the art component of our annual event is going to be a success.
Okay, so before we begin conversing with Benjamin, I just wanted to know,
Mm-hmm.
why is it so important and what does this component signify for BronxWorks?
Well, for BronxWorks, I think what it says is it talks a little bit about the Bronx because Ben is a Bronx-based artist, but what it also says is BronxWorks as an institution is committed to supporting the arts, to supporting artists. And we also want the folks who come to the event to come out and support art and support these artists, because by doing so, they will also be supporting BronxWorks.
Which in turn supports the next generation as well.
Yes,
Because you have a
yes.
lot of programming
Yeah.
for the young, the millennials and the youth in development.
The young and the young at heart.
The young and the young at heart, that
Yeah.
would be me.
Yes, always.
Young at heart, that
Yes.
is. No, young too, but Benjamin. Are you there? Hi. You know, Ken and I can just go on and on, so I just wanted to make sure that we get you in there. But he's very excited about your role in this year's gala. Would you like to begin with sharing how you feel about it? And of course, from there we can lead into the fabulous artists you've chosen to showcase in the silent auction.
Yes, of course. Very overjoyed when I got the call back to ask to participate and help out with BronxWorks and gathering some of these artists that are very talented. And I think it worked very well last year. I mean, we're in the art capital of the world.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people can, can understand that this is one of the reasons why it's so successful. A lot of the people that attend these fundraisers basically go to art galleries and museums right here in New York City.
Right.
Right. That's a really valid point. So with that, I'd like to ask, how do you choose the artists? How is it that you go about that process?
Oh, wow. Well, I got extensive network of friends that are in the business. I also do like Hispanic Heritage Month in the tri-state area. I help with fundraisers and other charity events like Alzheimer's and breast cancer awareness. So I do have my own network, and you get to know some of the people and their personalities and their, how talented they are with their works. And I try to gather a nice variety of work here for this event.
Okay, so I understand we have some images of some of the work that's being displayed. Can you talk us through it as we show it? Are you able to see it, or are you watching us while you're on the phone with us?
I am not, unfortunately, but I will go down in alphabetical order.
Well, actually, Ken can lead you off. Ken actually...
So Ben, one of the items that's up is your piece, Fashion, and maybe you can say a little bit about what led you to create Fashion.
Okay, Fashion is actually from my. I hit a crossroads at one time in my life where I wanted to go into fashion. However, I went more into graphic design, fine art, but it never really left my DNA. So I'm always finding myself rendering, lovely women in catwalk or walking down the line of fashion, and I'm always keeping up to speed with some of the magazines and all. And I just add that element to making posterized imagery with fashion. Another big thing here in New York City.
Ben, can you say some things also about Sandra Rossini and Ricky Mastro's piece?
Oh, yes, of course. Sandra Rossini is actually a very, very near and dear friend. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be involved with BronxWorks. She got me involved with it last year, and I was very grateful to be called back to put this together and add Sandra into the show as well.
Okay, so we're on to the next one, and if you could just share a little bit about these artists, which
Yes, of course.
John Lawson.
John Lawson is he captures the human spirit very accurately with his work. This is he works with the mentally ill, and he wanted to do this one particular portrait of a patient that he asked the patient if he was willing to pose for this picture, and he said absolutely, and I think he captured him very accurately.
okay, and so
And Jeffrey's piece?
Jeffrey is a native New Yorker. He's actually a dance instructor from New York City.
Wow.
He's definitely is inspired by the pop art era of Keith Haring and Soho back in the 80s. You can see it in his work clearly.
So just for our viewers, I know they're looking at a strip of an image, and I just want to share that that's actually an image of various artists. It's not just one artist, right?
Right, right.
So I just want to be clear with our
Yeah.
viewers that is actually, in essence, 4 different
Yeah.
visuals
And
that
these
are
will
up
be
for auction.
some of the items that will be available for folks to purchase come Monday.
And so,
Absolutely.
yes, and thank you for that insight, Ben. Is there,
Sure. Very quickly, Ricky is another fantastic artist. He shows some beautiful work and very narrative, showing the conflict of religion, upbringing, the sexual orientation. I want to add that in there because he is a phenomenal artist. Last but not least.
Thanks, Ben.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. You're a good friend to have. I wish I was a visual artist.
You know, and not just that. I'm very grateful to be with someone that's willing to have someone show the work to the general public, and hopefully make some good here.
Absolutely, that's what we do.
Ben, we have to bring you on live one of these days.
Yes,
It will be an honor and a pleasure.
great. We look forward to that. And thank you once again for your efforts, Ben, and your contribution to the gala this year. And before we go, Ken, can we
Sure.
just share the details of the gala?
Sure. The event is taking place this coming Monday, and it will take place at 583 Park, which is located at 583 Park Avenue near 63rd Street. The doors will open at 6 p.m. And in addition to the art show, we're going to have 2 retired Yankees as special ambassadors. So 2 Yankee old-timers, Roy White and Jeff Nelson, will be at this year's annual event as well. And everything kicks off at 6 p.m. If folks want more details, they can, of course, go to the BronxWorks website.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ken Smalls. Thank you, Ben. Thank you once again, and thank you for all the work that you do here in our
Always.
borough.
Thank you so much. Hopefully I'll be in there and join you one day, perhaps next year.
Oh, that sounds like a plan. All right. Once again, BronxWorks Gala will be taking place on Monday, June 13th at 583 Park Avenue, which is located on 63rd Street and Park Avenue in Manhattan. And for more information and how you can help support BronxWorks, visit bronxworks.org. We are taking a quick break, but coming up, we'll learn about a project melding poetry and music for a good cause. Stay tuned.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
New Yorkers, there is a primary election for the congressional seat in District 13 taking place on June 28th. If you live in parts of Upper Manhattan or in the Bronx neighborhoods of Kingsbridge, Norwood, Marble Hill, Bedford Park, Fordham, and University Heights, you have the opportunity to learn about the candidates and issues in your community. Watch Bronx Talk for an informative NY13 debate broadcast beginning Sunday, June 19th and all week at 9 p.m. On BronxNet, channel 67 Optimum, 33 Fios, and at www.bronxnet.tv. Follow along on social media using the hashtag NY13. Stay informed, and most importantly, make sure you head out to the polls on June 28th to have your voice heard.
It's not always easy being a dad.
Do you have panda asthma too? Does that run in the family? This is the home of the most priceless kung fu artifacts.
But when you make an effort,
Dad, we're not supposed to touch anything. Oh, sorry. Go along, son.
it's always worth it.
Whoa, faster!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
I am gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
If you want to stay in the know about the latest happenings in Español, check out Diálogo Abierto, BronxNet's own Spanish show, Wednesdays, 6:30 p.m. on Channel 67. The latest in news, arts, culture, politics, and what's going on in your neighborhood. Diálogo Abierto, the best way to stay connected in Spanish. See you there. Te esperamos.
Hello and welcome back to Open, everyone. The 5 Under 5 project. Yes, it's actually going to be a month-long competition that was started by Freewood Films, and the project combines 5 individual poets with musicians to create 5 music videos, creating a visually and orally unique artistic piece. And joining us now to share more about the project, we have filmmaker and founder of Firewood Films, Laura Walt, along with the poet behind the first video, Cecily Anandi, and the video's 2 lead actors, a father and daughter duo, Aliyah, I'm sorry, baby, you're so beautiful, Aliyah, Isis, and Khalif Troy, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got it all right. It was like, all right, yay, okay, now we can start. I'm like, I'm sorry, Aliyah, did I say your name right?
Yeah.
Yes, sorry. Well, I just want to make sure because you look beautiful. You look like a blossoming flower there in the corner.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. Oh my gosh, she's so poised. All right, so we're gonna start. Yes, you know, she stole my heart already. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's talk business, Laura.
It's okay. We can make a whole show about her. It's totally fine. I mean, we're used to it by now.
We're used to it by now. I can't take her.
She walks in the room and it's like, it's
All
all
the lights
eyes
are
on her.
Yeah.
I can't take her.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna get back to you in a second. Let's talk to the boss lady over here, Laura, who created this whole project. All right, let's talk a little bit about Freewood Films first.
Freewood Films is my new production company, female owned and helmed, and the most important thing for me throughout my life in the arts has always been to make sure that everyone's voice is heard, and I think the most powerful thing that art can do is make people feel less alone in the world. And I think today what's in the zeitgeist, thankfully, finally, is more people are listening to the fact that not everyone's voices are being as equally represented. And not the same opportunities aren't out there for everyone, especially female filmmakers and filmmakers of color. And so to me, I knew when I created my production company that I was going to focus solely on that, because being a woman in the industry, you're usually one of maybe a handful, and you're surrounded by a bunch of dudes, which is
Girl,
okay,
listen,
but then
you're preaching to the choir. She is preaching to the choir. I mean, you know.
Dudes are cool. But
no, it is. But you have to use evasive maneuvers and know how to navigate. And,
I mean, but honestly, actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's not me. You know, I wasn't raised to change myself for that. So it
so
was.
you created your own.
Yeah, I mean, and there aren't a lot of opportunities, and you could sit around and trust me, I've heard again and again and again, wait, right? You'll hear from a lot of people, wait until you have this amount of money, wait until you have this experience, but you could be waiting forever, and I'm not going to wait forever for someone to give me an opportunity. I'm just going to create them, and then I'm going to create them for people I think are awesome and deserve them too.
Bravo,
So
brava, brava, brava. And here's to your inauguration, right?
Yeah,
5
thanks.
Under 5. Yes,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah, premiering
and,
tomorrow.
And what's beautiful about what you're doing is that you're extending it to other people.
Yeah.
It's not just about your artwork. It's about the art, a collective artwork, right?
It has to be.
Love it, love
Yeah.
it, love it. And so, Cecily.
Yes.
I just, you look beautiful.
Thank you so
and
much.
welcome to the set. Welcome to Open. Cecily and I met last year at Barrio Poetics, hosted by Mariposa, and you're an amazing poet. And congratulations on this new endeavor.
Thank you very much. It's been a phenomenal experience. I didn't know how much this was going to impact me, and Laura made an amazing point, which is you tell yourself sometimes, wait for the right circumstances, wait. And I felt I was in a similar situation with my poetry. And then it was really Barrio Poetics that really thrusted me into the world that I had been a part of, but always on a sideline. And then now to see everything come full circle, 2 years later, and be part of this project, and it be woman, manned, and having.
Woman man.
Yeah. I like that. You see, that's a writer for you. She's like woman man.
It's empowering, which is really what my poetry is about. This particular poem was about education, because I'm studying to be an educator, but really just infusing love and energy and empowerment into the world, and having people like Laura and having young Aaliyah come in and be a part of it too. And it just brightens my heart. I'm so happy to be a part of this project.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to get to Aaliyah. She's like, Aaliyah, you're a scene stealer. I mean, you want to host a show? It's all you, Aaliyah. Aaliyah, how was that working with Daddy?
Good.
Yeah, what was good about it?
That I got to see Laura.
Oh, wow.
You're not
wow.
Nope.
Wow.
I'm just a seat. I'm a seat. That's all good.
So, would you like to share your experience with Aaliyah?
No.
No, not Aaliyah, Daddy.
Oh, my experience
She
working
said
with her?
no.
Oh, it was absolutely amazing.
I'm sorry, I'm calling you Daddy. I'm Khalil. It's like he's not
yeah, it was amazing to just watch her develop from the first moment we started until the end of the first shoot for her. She just kind of rocked it, really. I mean, she just did her thing. She listens well. She takes direction well. She loved Laura from the moment she saw her. So that kind of connection.
As she just made it known to our viewers as well.
Right. And any future director is going to have to really match Laura's ability to, communicate with her. And she tells them that. She's like, "You're not Laura, sorry."
So how old are you, Aaliyah?
4.
4. Oh my gosh, and you're so articulate and so poised. And you're definitely filled with personality. Oh, you have a bright future ahead of you, blossoming flower. All right, we're going to move on to everybody else. We're going to include everybody else because we could just sit here and talk about you. So, really, and I mean that in a good way, because I just think you're like that. Yeah, she winked at me. And so, Laura, here's my question within this project. Did you direct all of the pieces? Like, how does this work? Share the logistics of how you find the poets, find the musicians, and actually put the projects together.
Yeah. So, on bigger productions, bigger studios, there's sometimes up to hundreds of people working on a set doing their own jobs. This is my new company and I was using my own money to fund my first project, and it was really important for me to choose the right project to start with, because in my life I feel it's really important how you begin things. And so I actually took on the job of many people on set. So producing this, I went out and cast it myself. keep calling her Miss Cecily because that's what
Cecily.
we
Right,
call
well,
her
because,
around the Miss Cecily.
So there's a question. This is one piece right here,
This is
right?
one piece.
I'm
There's
referring to
5
you
videos,
guys as
yeah.
being a collaborative piece, right?
Yeah.
But there's 5 pieces with 5, well, not 5 other individuals, but 5 other components, right?
There are-
Well, it's more than 5 other individuals,
Yeah,
right?
so
Because there's
5
musicians, different musicians for the other aspect as well, right?
Exactly. So there's 5 videos, all under 5 minutes in length, hence 5 under 5, right? And so then I had each poet actually choose a charity that they wanted to compete for. So what we're doing is digitizing slam poetry. So we're bringing slam to online, and the panel of judges, not just 3 people in the audience, now it's the entire world.
Nice.
You get to tune in and you get to vote, but you vote by donating. So there's gonna be people coming from all different, for all different reasons to this site. Maybe because they just love slam poetry, maybe because they love Cecily and they want to vote for her, maybe because they love the Children's Aid Society, who she's competing for. At the end of the month, whichever video has raised the most money, because as someone who studied theater, we're always talking about raising the stakes, right?
Right.
Which, by the way, Khalif and I met at Temple. We're Temple alums.
Temple
So
Nice,
yeah,
nice,
so
nice,
we're
nice.
originally
Nice.
Philly.
Keeping familia,
but
you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
Keeping
yeah,
it-
yeah.
yeah.
So we, I wanted to make sure that they were released as one, but they were distinct within themselves. But there are themes you'll see repeated throughout
okay.
that connect them.
That's nice.
Identity is a huge one. Sense of belonging, and yeah.
Yeah, no, I was
So-
just calculating. So it's like
Yeah.
25 minutes for somebody to sit down.
It's a little
and
less.
watch
Some
the-
of them
right,
are
some are
quite
5 and
some
under.
are around 3.5, 4. Yeah. There's a couple that are just at literally like 4:59.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. No, I just want it because they're wrapping us up, and I want to
Yeah.
make sure that our viewers
Yeah.
understand what this whole concept is,
Yeah.
which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
Obviously, we live in a digitized world,
Yep.
and that's obviously going to open up your viewership,
Yeah.
right? And hopefully your fundraising efforts as well.
Yeah.
And I also like the fact that whomever wins, all the funding ends up to that charity.
Yeah.
And of course, the fact that it's
Yeah.
being donated to charity is a big plus as well.
So
it's nice.
Absolutely.
Paying it forward.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and we want to do something different too, because one of our hashtags that's really important to us is Disrupt Hollywood. And unfortunately, right now, even though Kickstarter has changed a lot of things where you can get a film funded, you still have to, after you make the film, in order to make any money from it, one of the gatekeepers to come along and say, here, I'm going to distribute it for you.
Right.
So we're bypassing everything.
Right. That's great.
And so half the money goes to the charity and half actually gets divided along all the really hardworking crew and artists that worked on the video.
Which is the way it should be. We should
So
get
we
paid
need
for our art.
everybody to vote.
Absolutely.
And if we want to send
What?
a message,
Okay.
right, to the people out there to say what stories are important to people, represent these people, right? If we want to, what are important to us, this is how we do it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's about supporting each other.
Exactly.
It's about coming together, and it's about uniting the voices. So thank you for doing that. And thank you
you.
for being here and sharing it with our viewers. And once again, to see all the videos and to vote for your favorite, be sure to visit freewoodfilm.com/5, the number 5, under 5. And yeah, make sure you vote. It's all for a good cause, and I'm sure you're going to have fun, just visually stimulated by the artistry. All right. Once again, well, actually, that's our time. So stay tuned for Bobby C's Weekly Sports Roundup, and that's coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
New Yorkers, there is a primary election for the congressional seat in District 13 taking place on June 28th. If you live in parts of Upper Manhattan or in the Bronx neighborhoods of Kingsbridge, Norwood, Marble Hill, Bedford Park, Fordham, and University Heights, you have the opportunity to learn about the candidates and issues in your community. Watch Bronx Talk for an informative NY13 debate broadcast beginning Sunday, June 19th and all week at 9 p.m. On BronxNet, Channel 67 Optimum, 33 Fios and at www.bronxnet.tv. Follow along on social media using the hashtag NY13. Stay informed, and most importantly, make sure you head out to the polls on June 28th to have your voice heard.
Hello, good people of the Bronx and beyond. Welcome to A Life in Art.
The future of America's pastime was on full display last night at the MLB Network Studio 42 in Secaucus, New Jersey. Our BronxNet cameras got the scoop. John, just how excited are you to be here and, for the Mets?
Very excited. This is a great day for a lot of high school kids and college kids. I'm sure they got all their butterflies in their stomach waiting for their names to be called. It's something that these kids have been working for their whole lives, and hopefully today some of their names will be called and they'll get their chance to be professionals now.
This is a time with all the new management, all the changes that have been made, we've got to hit a home run. I mean, it's time for us to hit a home run, maybe a couple of stand-up doubles in this draft to start building our minor league organization.
On a night like this, when you think about all the guys that are going to hear their names tonight, even though only a couple in attendance, does it bring back some memories?
It's special. I mean, as a kid, that's your dream. I'm sure these guys were the same way as I was. As a young child, it was like, man, I want to pitch in the big leagues one day. And this has to happen to be able to do that. You got to be drafted. So it's an exciting night. It's an exciting night for the families, the kids that are going to be drafted.
I love to work, and I think these guys, in the franchise, are definitely in that mindset, and they're doing things the right way. So it's definitely going to be a good future for them.
I knew tonight was going to be a little rocky, a little tough in terms of anxiety. I mean, I don't deal with speculation pretty well, and the not knowing. So, to hear my name called, to have it finally confirmed that I'm a first-round draft pick was just such a blessing. Like I said earlier, now I have the platform to go out and just impact the world.
The Yankees and Mets went back-to-back at picks 18 and 19 respectively in the first round. The Bronx Bombers nabbed promising high school outfielder Blake Rutherford at 18. The 19-year-old from Chaminade College Prep in California is profiled as the possible left fielder of the future, although the Yanks see him as possibly the center fielder of the future. Philadelphia was more than pleased to select another high school phenom in Mickey Moniak at number 1, while the Mets had 2 picks in the first round and went with pitchers to add to their pitching-rich farm system. The Amazing stayed local and took Boston College right-hander Justin Dunn at number 19. The 6'2" righty is a native of Freeport, New York. He struck out 124 and 120 innings at Boston College this season. The Mets would later take Anthony Kay of UConn with the 31st pick. Kay hails from Stony Brook and attended Ward Melville, the same high school as Steven Matz. The MLB draft continues today and Saturday. For more, visit MLB.com. Well, that's the future. As for the present, the Yankees are alive and well again. Just to show how long the baseball season really is, the Bombers are back to 500, fresh off a sweep of the LA Angels of Anaheim this week at home. The Yankees topped LA 6-3 Thursday night. To complete the sweep, the Pinstripers are 6-4 over their last 10, anchored by a resurgent lineup that has been fueled by veteran star Carlos Beltran. The Yanks also called up first baseman Chris Parmelee to replace injured first baseman Mark Teixeira. He was the Parm hero Wednesday night, homering twice in a win, but suffered a hamstring injury Thursday night. The Yanks have lost 4 first basemen this season. Expect more of Rob Refschneider at first, as the Yanks hope that Tex can get right and avoid an extended DL stay. The Yankees were cooking on and off the field this week. It's Hope Week in the Bronx in more ways than one. Roll 'em. Yankees Hope Week kicked off Monday morning in New Rochelle with a young man and an idea that is on the move. Inspired by the sacrifices made by military Blue Star families, those with active service personnel, and Gold Star families, those who have lost a family member in combat. Stars for Cars was born. Then 9-year-old Jake Allen put his idea, Stars for Cars, into motion, raising money for the United Service Organizations.
There are some people who really don't know what Blue Star, Gold Star military family is, and then there's some people who know like all too well because they live it. And I just figured I have to do something. Like, why not?
I think he's really nice. I think it's wonderful that he's started this, and it's very generous of him to do it.
With help of Yankee legend Mariano Rivera and current stars Chase Headley, Brett Gardner, Brian McCann, and Nick Goody, the club and Jake and his friends took to New Rochelle City Hall to help sell stars.
This is a great cause, a beautiful thing that a youngster has put together. That's what we need, you know. We need the youngsters and the young ones to be thinking to help, how they can help. You know, it's great. Why this is amazing, you know, and helping those that are helping us, priceless.
It's awesome. You know, the Yankees do a tremendous job of being involved in the community. This is obviously very important to the Steinbrenner family, but, you know, that carries down through the players and the staff, and obviously getting an opportunity to come out here and support what Jake's doing, it's pretty neat, and it's, you know, just a small way for us to be able to come out here and say thank you.
The Pinstripers also donated $10,000 to the cause and the USO of Metropolitan New York. The fourth-place Bombers will wrap the homestand this weekend with Detroit at the stadium. Sunday is the 70th annual Old-Timers Day. For more, visit Yankees.com. Meanwhile, the Mets are still in second place in the National League East, 2.5 games behind the Washington Nationals. The Amazons are 5-5 over their last 10 and have won 2 in a row, topping Milwaukee 5-2 on Thursday. The Mets finished the weekend in Milwaukee and are set to activate Kelly Johnson, who the team reacquired this week to help offset the loss of David Wright in the infield. On the WNBA hardwood, the New York Liberty got back on track last Friday night at MSG, topping the Indiana Fever and soon-to-be retired legend Tamika Catchings. We caught up with Tamika and your favorite Liberty players following the 91-59 win. What went well tonight that hasn't gone so well over the last 3 games?
I thought collectively we were really locked in on the defensive end. We've played solid defense the other games, but tonight we were making the right reads, we were communicating, and then that started getting us out in transition. We got, I think, a lot more points this game in transition than we had probably the last 2 games.
It's really great. It's really great, not just for us, but for our fans, just for them to know, like, you know, what we're capable of, what our depth is. Having Shoni out there, you know, she's going to entertain. You know, she's not just a player, she's an entertainer. So I was actually really excited to have them on the floor and for them to gain confidence.
We know she can play offensively. She's working at it on defense. That's the big sticking point right now, without giving her more minutes, is because we are a very sound and intense defensive team. You don't want to bust that rhythm sometimes, but as long as she keeps working at it, you know, she can get more opportunity.
And, you know, for us to have Indy, you know, 3 more times, we're looking forward to, you know, just going out there and doing what we did tonight. And, you know, coming off those losses, they don't mean anything. You know, we just got to go out there and win the next one and keep winning and, you know, keep going with the flow and carry it over.
New York just outworked us. You know, they outworked us, they out-toughed us, they out-physicaled us. And they came to play, and we didn't accept the challenge and rise to the occasion.
But any thoughts on Catchings in her final season and then being able to see her out there tonight?
Yeah, what she was able to do for this league definitely was one of a kind. Just the person she is, how she's impacting the community through her foundation, the legacy tour that she has going on. She's definitely setting the standard on the way how to go out.
How did it feel to get that reception from this Garden crowd one last time?
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back, yeah. But you know what, it's great. It's always cool to come here and play. I think, you know, just being in the Garden, the history behind it, and then the Liberty fans, I mean, we've had so many highs and lows with them. So, you know, I think every single opportunity, the big thing here that I feel like they respect just a great game. So, you know, it's an honor to be here and an honor I'm blessed to have so many people that support me.
The Liberty went out and split the next 2 games since defeating the LA Sparks and falling to the Seattle Storm. They are in San Antonio Saturday for the Stars. Liberty star Swin Cash also announced her retirement from the league this week. Her and Catchings are 2 of the best to ever play the game. In the association, the NBA Finals now stands at 2-1. Golden State following a dominant victory from Cleveland in Game 3. The Cavs looked lifeless in the first 2 games, but turned the tables in Game 3 as the series shifted to Cleveland. Game 4 is set for tomorrow night in Cleveland as the Cavs will look to even the series. In the NHL, the Pittsburgh Penguins had a chance to close out the Stanley Cup Finals Thursday night, but the San Jose Sharks extended the series in a 4-2 win Thursday night. Game 6 is Sunday. Today is boxing legend Muhammad Ali's funeral. The great was 74. He passed away last Friday. The world mourns the passing of Ali, a legendary figure in and out of the ring. Sad news this morning as well from the world of hockey. Gordie Howe, the most legendary name in pro hockey history, died this morning. He was 88. Heaven just got 2 of the great ones. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for our Belmont Stakes preview. The morning draw for the 148th running of the Belmont Stakes took center stage Wednesday morning at the Rock Center Cafe at Rockefeller Center. Hall of Fame jockey Kent DeSormo, who will be a top Preakness winner exaggerator come Saturday, talked about being the favorite in the race.
I have been so excited about the race. I think the biggest part is the anxious moments of wanting to learn our destiny.
There are plenty of challengers, including Stradivari and Creator. Celebrity chef Bobby Flay has a minority interest in Creator.
Being a native New Yorker is this has been a dream of mine since I was a little kid. Having a horse that runs from behind, that just all of a sudden sort of hits the gas around the far turn. When that moment happens, I mean, it's an exhilarating moment. And so I'm going to have about 15 or 16 people with me, and hopefully we're going to fill up the winner's circle.
With a name like Sudden Breaking News, owner Samuel F. Henderson also likes his chances.
I've been racing in the Bush Leagues, and I've been racing quarter horses. I've had a lot of stakes horses. I have 3 world champion quarter horses, but I've never imagined that I would be here in this race. And I'm awed that I'm going to get to even participate in it. When you get to run at the top, you know, I'll probably never get up here again, but I've been enjoying it. I think I'm going to win it because I'm just optimistic.
I'll take Sudden Breaking News Saturday night in the Belmont. With a name like that, how could you not? That's your look at sports. I'm Bobby C. More open after this.
New Yorkers, there is a primary election for the congressional seat in District 13 taking place on June 28th. If you live in parts of Upper Manhattan or in the Bronx neighborhoods of Kingsbridge, Norwood, Marble Hill, Bedford Park, Fordham, and University Heights, you have the opportunity to learn about the candidates and issues in your community. Watch Bronx Talk for an informative NY13 debate broadcast beginning Sunday, June 19th and all week at 9 p.m. On BronxNet, Channel 67 Optimum, 33 Fios, and at www.bronxnet.tv. Follow along on social media using the hashtag NY13. Stay informed, and most importantly, make sure you head out to the polls on June 28th to have your voice heard.
Welcome back, everyone. It's now time for this week's Open Artist Spotlight.
The Open Artist Spotlight is made possible in part with public funds from the Bronx Council on the Arts through the New York State Council on the Arts Decentralization Program.
This week's Spotlight shines on a powerful and sultry voice. When her new album was released last summer, it made its way to #2 on iTunes' new album release chart. She's been performing all across the country, and now she's back here on our open stage. Please put your hands together for singer-songwriter Olivia Castriota.
Ooh, baby, I see you over there. Ooh, baby, come close if you dare. No one ever got nowhere by being shy all the time. Come a little closer and I'll make you mine. Ooh, baby, is it all in my head? Ooh, babe, quit playing hard to get. No one ever got nowhere by being shy all the time. closer and I'll make you mine. I wanna know, can you love me good? I wanna know, can you love me right? I wanna know, can you love me good? I wanna know, are you free tonight? Ooh, baby, put your hands on me. Ooh, baby, give them something to see. No one ever got nowhere by being shy all the time. Come a little closer and I'll make you mine. I wanna know, can you love me good? I wanna know, can you love me right? I wanna know, can you love me good? I wanna know, are you free tonight? I wanna know. I wanna know. I wanna know, wanna know. I wanna know, I wanna know. Can you love me good? I wanna know, can you love me right? I wanna know, can you love me good? I wanna know, are you free tonight? I wanna know, can you love me good? I wanna know, can you love me right? I wanna know, can you love me good? I wanna know, I got to know if you can love me good. I got to know if you can love me right. I got to know if you can love me good. I got to know, come on over tonight.
Oh, sorry. Olivia Castriota, everyone. Woo, hello, and welcome back. Welcome back.
Thanks so much for
Lovely
having
to
me.
absolutely, and well, you came in company this time.
Yeah.
You want to introduce everyone?
Yeah, of course. This is Alejandro on cajon.
On cajon.
Will on bass ukulele, and Stefano on guitar.
Bass ukulele. I've never
I know,
heard
isn't
of
that
that.
so cool?
That is very cool. Very cool.
I never knew about this either, but
Very
I love
cool.
it.
That's awesome. So, so I guess this is your company now, huh?
Yeah. This is my band.
It's your band. That's
Yeah.
nice. You get to say you have a band now.
Yeah.
Before we got on air, you started sharing some very interesting adventures you've been experiencing lately.
Yeah.
You want to share with our viewers?
Yeah, we've been doing some shows with So Far Sounds, which is a company that started in London about 6 years ago, and they are now in 246 cities in the world. They put on concerts in people's living rooms or retail stores, coffee shops, recording studios. Anywhere that somebody wants to host a show, they provide it, and it's awesome.
Provide it.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to play a musical set here. I'm going to
Okay.
come to this side and you come to that side. It's hilarious. Okay, so just to recap on what she shared.
Yeah, so Far Sounds. So we've been performing in people's living rooms, basically.
How cool is that?
And it's awesome. Yeah, it's so cool.
You know, back in the days, they used to send messenger services, right? Like through song. And I mean, that's not the same thing. I'm not saying that, I mean, you guys are musicians. Everybody's looking at me like, what is she talking about? No, I know, but it's like, that's so cool. It's like, oh, I'm going to order a band to go play in my living room.
Yeah, something like that.
Right?
It's cool. So
it's very cool.
So we show up, and there's usually 3 bands ready to rock out, and then people just sit on the floor, and it's really great. They just listen. The whole idea is to just listen and listen to the words and the music and be in the moment. So
it can actually be ordered randomly, or does it have to be a special
well,
occasion?
you apply as a musician, and you apply to host a show in your space as well. So then So Far Sounds coordinates everything to bring the show.
Oh, so it's like they match.
Yeah.
Do they match according to genre?
Yeah, that's how it's been so far. Our show on Tuesday we did in the East Village in this really awesome apartment. There was about 60 guests there, and we did it with these 2 artists, Sophia and Dida, and they were really great. Like Sophia was like Adele, which matched us a little bit, and Dido was more like rock, jazz. So it's really cool.
Very cool. Very
Yeah, it was
cool.
nice.
Very cool. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
So where have you been since last being here on set with us?
Well, we've just been doing a lot of shows. So we did Who Do You Like TV in Staten Island on Monday, and So Far Sounds, and we're playing at Rockwood and the Bitter End, and we're just trying to get ourselves out there right now.
Well, it sounds like you're doing a fabulous job.
Yeah.
Doing it in a unique manner, right? Because
Yeah, definitely.
that's what I'm digging. Listening to your travels, your whereabouts. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm here and there. I'm like, no, we're in people's living rooms.
I know, it's
I like
so
that.
cool.
That's so cool. It's like live.
We're doing a blues festival in Pennsylvania in July, which I'm really excited about.
I bet.
And we're also doing the Long Island Blues Warehouse. They do a radio show every Tuesday night, so we're going to do that in July also.
Nice. And you just mentioned that you're actually on air on Mondays in Staten Island?
Yeah, we did it this Monday.
You just did it this Monday.
If you want to check it out, it's just check it out on YouTube or on Staten Island cable channel, whatever that is.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, it's great. You're getting airtime
Yeah.
as well, and you're walking around with these unique instruments as well. Cajon, I'm familiar with that. And this is like new to me. I'm like, what? Bass ukulele.
Yeah. So.
All right, you from Hawaii?
I got this in Arkansas, but I'm from here.
We went from Hawaii to Arkansas. Anyway, it's great having you guys here. You're going to close us out.
Yeah.
And just say goodbye to our viewers. Is there anything you want to share with our viewers before we
Yeah,
go?
I have an album on iTunes, so you can check that out. Just search Olivia Castriata. The album's called All at Once. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pandora, Google Play. I'm everywhere.
Love it.
So
That's how
check
we're
it out.
rolling this year. Right? She's everywhere. Online, that is, right? Once again, for more on Olivia, you can keep up with her via social media at Olivia Castriota because she's everywhere. All right, mi gente, that is our show today. Thanks to all our guests for coming through and to you, our viewers, for tuning in. Don't forget, if you missed any part of the show, you can check out the recablecast tonight and 24 hours a day at BronxNet.tv. And once again, I'm Rena Valentin. And from all of us here at Open, may the universe provide paz, prosperity, y amor. Mwah. Adios, everyone. I'll see you on Fifth Avenue. And we leave you with Olivia Castriota. Woo!
The bottom of the bottle is all you ever see. Full glass in your hand, next to that you've got 1, 2, 3. More and more till you decide it's time to hit the road. But don't worry, my friends, he'll be back again. You just can't let that drinking go. Drink up, baby, 'cause it takes away your pain. Drink up, baby, 'cause without it you ain't no man. If you hear fighting and screaming without no meaning, he's probably